Hold on, Christina, give me a couple seconds. Give me just a couple seconds. I'm almost ready. We hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day, afternoon, evening, whichever this may be where you are. And give me a second, Christina.
Yeah.
I forgot to do one more thing.
There you go. Wrong.
Let me get that right now. Actually, let me do this first.
Hi, WTH Mike.
WTH Mike, how are you doing, sir? And let me give you the proper acknowledgement, like I always do.
Acknowledge me.
Hello?
Acknowledge me.
You know,
Acknowledge me.
My bad. Let me go here, do that. And let me see. Yes. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to do one more thing. I want to bring Christina up here. So let me go here, here, and let me go here. And I am sorry, Christina, I should have had this done already. I wasn't late. I was actually doing something else, something close to nothing. And plus we had a blackout earlier today, and not just the me out, but the power went out earlier. Wrong. There we go.
There you go.
So there's that. There we go. Okay, Christina, I sent it to you. And next time I'll try to be a little more professional about it. I said next time. I didn't say this time. Miss Fancy, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
Hey, Donna.
Donna, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
Summer, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
As a matter of fact, let me give you a blue wrench, Summer. I went on her channel. She's got a really nice channel. And I want you guys to go by, check out Summer, like and subscribe, and make a new friend. She is wonderful. And glad to have you here, Summer. Thank you so much for coming in. I am sorry that I'm kind of behind a little bit. But like I said, we had a power outage earlier today. And so it kind of threw everything off because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go live or not. You know, let me focus more on you and less me.
You're funny, Mike.
There. Okay. There we go. There. Now see more of Jen and less of me. And here comes my sister from another mother.
Did you see what Mike put?
What did Mike put?
WTH Mike.
Let me scroll this down. Pam Syme, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
Yvonne, aka Spirit Stalker.
Acknowledge me.
Mike, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
And Fancy, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
WTF Mike says, hey Jen, since you two are ghost hunters, does that mean when you go clothes shopping, you're just looking for paranormal jeans?
A paranormal
just
jeans.
the paranormal jeans, like she got on now.
I got the holy jeans.
Yeah, these jeans right here are Christian because they're holy. How you doing, Christina?
Good. How are you?
Mud and the Raven, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
Little Patty, how are you?
Acknowledge me.
Tired Collective Misfits, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
And by the way, Tired, I am so sorry because our power went out. And that's why I didn't come back right away. The boys, when the power goes out, they get kind of, skittish. And so I had to calm them down, because, they are special needs. So they sat down here with me and they chilled and they're doing a lot better now. So I thought I'd get that out of the way. Christina, I'm sorry for taking up your space.
You're fine. I was just saying hello to some people in the chat. So I'm all good. I know you're messing with me because you know I can't hear you.
I'm doing that because you're muted.
I'm not muted.
I don't hear you.
Really? You can't hear me?
Let me see if I can read lips.
I
Help?
don't know
I
why.
Just, I don't know.
Some
I don't
kind of
know.
Zoom thing. Let me try to
I'm
fix
going to
it.
pay one of your boys to glue that button.
Everybody, she's not muted. Is it on my end?
Yeah, she says they both hear both of you.
Oh,
We
okay. 'Cause I'm like, I don't
Let me
understand.
check and see. Do I have something wrong here? Maybe it's on my end. Let me check my microphone.
Um, Thank you, because I was very
Yeah.
confused, guys.
Maybe it's on our end.
Yeah, it might be on my end. You guys hear us okay, right? Yeah,
It's
damn.
weird.
Maybe
We can't hear you at all.
we have no volume. So let me.
Bang, tang.
I don't know that.
Go to your Zoom and see if you share the.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Let me do that.
Go to
Let me go
share and
to
then go to
share.
share the sound.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll have to. No, it wouldn't be that.
I don't know. No.
Say something.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
I don't know.
this is
Yep.
tripping.
This is weird, dude.
How the heck did this happen?
They said, yeah, they can hear us both, but I can't hear her.
Maybe put the sound up.
Almost had us on shit. You know what? Let me see. Is it my mic? Let me. It's got to be because. Let's see.
Sit, just
Mike.
Go to hers.
go there. No. Go right here, honey.
Oh, let me get rid of that.
No, right here.
Okay, now I see it. I see our mic moving.
Hers is on mute.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Oops.
Unmute and see if maybe that worked. Okay. I don't
Does it
know.
work now?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? No? Yes? Maybe?
That is so weird.
Okay. Did y'all hear when I did this? Let me know if you hear this.
Acknowledge me.
I hear you guys
You
fine.
can hear that?
We can't hear anything on our end, like the speaker went out.
So
Here.
let me see here. Can you still hear us?
I don't understand that.
I'm not understanding what's going on.
I
Because I don't
could leave
understand
and come
why.
back.
Why does it say Windows Sonic for headphones?
Huh? Where? Now can you still hear?
Welcome, little Patty.
Hold on. That wouldn't be that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
This
you
is
guys can hear us, but they
crazy.
can't hear me.
Because you guys can hear us, but we can't hear no one.
Yeah, I cannot hear you at
Anyone.
all.
Let me leave and come back.
You told her to go
Maybe
out and
that
come
will
back
help.
in.
Okay. Let's see what happens. I apologize. Natalie Wolf, how are you doing? Wait a minute. Now I don't hear that.
Uh-oh.
Kristenberg, how are you doing?
Can they hear us?
Can you guys hear us okay?
I think our volume is going out. I have to end it and go back on.
I might have to end this and come back. Can you hear us? Let me know if you can hear us. Bangtan says, yep. Because they can hear us. Now, let me see. Now, let me see if,
Yeah, but you said you couldn't hear that.
well, you know what I'll do? Maybe it's,
Can you hear me
okay,
now?
you still, nothing? But you know what? Maybe it's in my Zoom. So hold on. It's in Zoom. It's in my Zoom. I just got to figure out what, let me see here. Switch audio
I
settings.
thought I would come back and they'd
Testing,
have it all
testing,
fixed.
Go down to output.
testing, testing. Let me see.
Is there a
Testing,
value?
testing. Here, incoming. Testing. This is nuts.
No?
And I'm still not hearing you.
No volume in there?
Oh my god, I might have to end it and come back in.
I might have to end it and come back in.
No, can't hear Christina at all.
Oh, you can't hear Christina at all? Oh my goodness. Let me go back to put that back where it was.
Oh no.
That is freaking weird, dude.
Oh my God. Now are you serious?
But
I thought it froze up at first. I'm gonna figure this out.
That's so strange.
okay, we're gonna have to let everyone know that we're gonna. It says connect audio and make sure you got the right speakers chosen. The little patty said we can hear you. Yeah, you can hear us, but we can't hear.
Right. I can't hear Christina. Let me see. Let me play this again. And now that went out.
And now his
So let me see, what did I do?
Acknowledge.
Okay, I got that back. So, okay. Let me come out and come back in.
because something does not right.
Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
hear
wait a
you.
minute. I hear you.
Oh my god.
It magically fixed itself. So here we go.
That's crazy.
The spirits were standing in front of the speakers and then they were like, oh shit, is it us?
It had to be.
That is
That's
crazy.
only the second time that's ever happened to me. Hello everybody. Again,
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I really do. Kristenberg would say use sign language, but I'm still trying to learn
New
New
Zealand
Zealand sign rather than American. Believe me.
No, Apple. Is this Apple? No, this is Apple. Yeah, something like Apple, giraffe, and fire. That's all I know. So that would be some conversation.
Glimming in the wiring, yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know what it was. I know it wasn't me, but I'm hoping that it's fine because I want to welcome you all here. We have some newbies here today, especially I forgot her name already. Summer. Go by, check out. Hey, Summer, can you put your link into your channel? Actually, you know what? I can do that. I'm
I
gonna
could
put
do
your.
it.
Oh, can you? Yeah, yeah. Put Summer's link in for me. She's got a wonderful channel. Go by, check her out, show her some love. You know,
Mike, he said, WTF, Mike said rookies.
yeah, we are pretty much. You would think
Still.
still, and been doing this for what, 8 years? Still a rookie.
Well,
But
you
go
know,
by,
they change the software all the time. I thought I knew StreamYard's in and out. And now they got some new shit going on, and I go, what the heck? I don't
so, yeah, go by, show Summer some love, and like I said, I love helping our autistic community and our special needs community, period. And that's why I said go by, show Summer some love. She's got a great channel, and she loves to skate and she loves to dance. Go by, check her out.
Do you know, Donna Cantor, how I learned a little bit, and I really should go back and watch it. Back in the 80s, they had Signing with Cindy. Does anybody remember that show? It was on PBS.
I
I
do
loved
remember that.
Signing with Cindy. Anyway, she taught you all sorts of sign language. And she was so good, and you really can learn. And you can look her up on YouTube and watch the old Signing with Cindy. It's great. I might do that because I should learn some more.
Yeah, I could sign language, but I can only sign language like, spelling it out. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. I had to do that because my brother, growing up with a brother who's intellectual disability, I had to teach them, I had to learn some sign language. So I know some sign language, but not a lot. Like
Yeah.
some words, but I could spell, you know what I'm saying? I could spell everything out with my
Right.
sign language.
You know the alphabet.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna get ready to get this started here as soon as I find
go.
my video. Yes, because this is real or fake paranormal videos, and this time I wanted to bring Christina up. Mike, WTF Mike said it was better when I could make up stuff Christina didn't say.
And then
Reverend Potty Mouth, how are you doing? Let me acknowledge you. I gave you a half acknowledgement. My bad.
Acknowledge me.
There you go. Summer, you are very, very welcome. I'm hoping you're not leaving yet, though, because we also want your opinion. We want your opinion also on these videos that we're going to watch. Are they real? Are they fake? You be the judge. And me and Jen, we're always batting ourselves together. I think something's real. Jen say, no, it's not. And so that's why we came up with this. And we want you to let us know what you think. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's haunted? Let me get that video ready, though. I put it in the wrong spot. Here, oh, no, it's right here. Let me move this and this. Move that out of the way. This.
Okay, I'm coming. Come on.
What does he want? Oh, it's that time. Okay. What did I put? I put you in the wrong spot. You know what? You know what? 10th grade was the best 18 years of my life.
Bye-bye.
I put it in the wrong spot. That's all I did.
Come here.
I just gotta go here. Go here.
My daughter's dog was so quiet, I thought I lost him. I was like, shit, did I leave him outside? But he crawled up in a corner and went to sleep. Jason,
It's rolled away.
Don't you run away from me, woman.
It's not my fault. This chair doesn't have brakes.
Here it is. It's gonna be right here. You go in here, grab it, and then bring it right over here. Actually, right there.
yes, this is my kitchen.
Security cameras don't get skipped.
Hold on a second. I put it in the wrong spot. Let me close that. And let me open that with, I put it in the wrong thing again.
Just go over.
Open with, there.
Security.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get ready to share the screen. And,
Jason said hello.
huh?
Jason said hello. Please acknowledge me, Uncle Eddie.
Oh, Jason's here?
Jason's here.
Well, I got to acknowledge Jason. So,
If you can read and find it.
There it is. Here you go, Jason.
Acknowledge me.
There, I found you. I acknowledged you. Thank you so much for being here. I made a mistake and closed it up again.
You have issues.
I do. What is wrong with me?
You have issues. I have them too. Isn't that a song?
No, I put it right here. Okay. and then right here, and then this, and then this, and right. No, look, I did it. I did it again. I'm an idiot. No, I'm not. I'm a Baptist. No,
Share.
that's the wrong thing. Okay,
Lord have
This-
mercy.
and then this.
Yeah, you better learn Zoom and run it for him.
I wish she
Some-
would. You know, that would be so much of a help if she would just learn just once. Let me show you how to work it. Well, no, don't let me show you how to work it. Never mind. Wrong person. I'll let somebody show you how to work it. And where are you?
Oh Lord. Mhm.
Well, because I needed to play in one
Right.
play. I gotta get ready to go on the TV wrong. Here it is.
There.
Okay.
He found it.
I found it.
Jeez.
Oh my
Security cameras.
God. Okay. Now
2.
I'm gonna get ready to share the screen. I know I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. I'm a Baptist.
Idiot.
I keep saying I'm an idiot, but I'm a Baptist. Okay.
Share.
Helping the Baptist, Eddie.
Huh?
No.
No.
Share.
What it is I hear people say that all the time. You know, you're an idiot. You're not an idiot. You're a Baptist.
Okay, now go share. Nope. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Don't get scared. They simply record, and sometimes what they capture is far more unsettling than anyone expected. Figures, shadows, and encounters that still have no explanation.
What are you doing in my house? What are you? No.
So let's watch the most disturbing moments that continue to leave viewers searching for answers. A homeowner named David posted this clip after reviewing his home security footage from the previous night. His young son had come downstairs sometime after midnight for a glass of water. Nothing unusual about that. What was unusual was what appeared on the left side of the CCTV frame about 2 seconds after the boy entered the room. A transparent humanoid shape, roughly adult-sized, moved slowly across the far side of the living room and then faded out. The boy poured his water, turned around, and went back upstairs. David posted the footage asking if anyone had an explanation. The comments filled quickly with people speculating about a ghost of whoever lived there before, and nobody came up with anything more convincing than that.
That looks like his shadow.
It did. If there was a mirror there, that's what I would have thought. But he had shorts on, and that person walking had pants.
Yeah, see?
So
And
I
he's
don't
got.
know.
What
When
do
he
you think in the chat? That's weird though, because I mean you can see the silhouette,
Yeah, but it's walking the same exact way he's walking. Though.
but where it's walking from, I don't think there's a door over there.
See,
Because-
that goes into the hallway. So that room where that whatever is walking is in the hallway. Now, when you play it and you see him walk, their shorts. That person definitely looks like they have pants on, and their shirt is shorter. So if
Okay.
it's not his mother walking in the living room, or I'm not
It
sure.
could be. It could be. Michael said, Spirit Stalker said maybe a mirror reflect. See, now I thought that too. I was thinking the same thing. A reflective mirror.
Mhm.
Could there be a reflective mirror in there?
But they'd have to be wearing the same outfit. If you play it, he's wearing shorts and his shirt is long, and that's pants and a short shirt. So I don't know if a reflection would distort shorts and pants. I mean,
Let's see.
that's what I'm saying. It
Adult-sized,
could be
moved,
another person, but
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit there.
slowly across the far side of the living room and then faded out.
Yeah, that
I don't know. Because it didn't show up until he showed up, and then it's walking like he's walking.
little Patty said, I think it's fake.
Now, it could be a because this is CCTV, it could be like a layover. They use the same tape, so it could be one of those kind of glitches.
That's
Oh, I
true.
didn't think about that one.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So not that he faked it, just that it could be one of those kind of glitches, and they didn't realize that when you tape over like the same SD card or over and over again, it might leave those kind of glitches.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Michael too said, dang, even reflections are effing up nowadays.
Yeah.
Spirit Stalker said they walk different directions. Yeah, because so if it was a mirror, yeah, they'd be walking opposite. If it was a mirror, they'd be walking together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're walking opposite. Tyra said people who have homes that nice have mirrors everywhere. Nice.
Everywhere. Yeah.
You mean might, not nice. Mirrors can be nice too, though. You never know. I'm sorry. You know me. I read them as I see them. So we'll continue.
The boy poured his water, turned around, and went back upstairs. David posted the footage asking if anyone had an explanation. The comments filled quickly with people speculating about a ghost of whoever lived there before, and nobody came up with anything more convincing than that. Stairface. The family had been hearing things under the staircase for weeks before they installed the camera. The footage they captured confirmed their worst interpretation. Beneath the stairs, partially visible in the shadow, a face appeared human in its general construction, but deeply wrong in the details. The family left the house within days.
That's fake.
That is so fake. Like, what the hell?
Right.
That's some kind of thing some kid did for a film, their school film class.
Oh, that's, yeah,
That is fake.
Definitely.
Of reviewing the footage. They declined to say what specifically made them decide to go, beyond noting that the footage was enough.
Because they know they would be lying. That's why they declined. Yeah, go ahead and tell me another lie. And Grizzly Adams had a beard. Wait a minute, Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Shifting shadows.
Hang on.
A man exploring an abandoned building.
Hang on. Think of the culture. Think of the culture. Think of the kids.
That was so fake.
Somewhere started noticing movement in his peripheral vision about 20 minutes into his walkthrough. He told himself it was light playing tricks, but it kept happening. Every time he turned toward it, nothing was there. Then he rounded a corner and swept his flashlight into a small open cubicle, and for just a second, a clearly humanoid shadow was standing inside it. The moment the beam hit it, it was gone. He spent another few minutes in that building before deciding that whatever was sharing the space with him was enjoying itself far too much, and he left. Floating figure.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go back to that because that.
See, a lot of those can be faked. Like, seriously. It's hard to really say those are real or fake because a lot of them are faked.
Made them decide to go beyond, made them decide house when he caught a black shadow figure at the far end of a hallway. He zoomed in, and what the camera revealed was genuine.
That is so fake.
Kind of like Michael Jackson. Annie, are you okay? Say, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Difficult to look at a twisted gray face, clearly defined despite the darkness, staring back at him from within the shadow, and the unmistakable sense that it was aware he was there. Moments after he zoomed in, the figure drifted sideways and vanished. There was no sound.
That is the
no
fakest thing
footsteps.
I've ever seen.
Whatever it was, it
Yeah, that's fake.
That's fake. The other one with the catching it out of the corner of his eye or whatever, that one, might be real.
The one that was in the corner, like
Yeah, the black shadow. Mhm.
No, just that it wasn't the same guy who caught that just
Yeah,
after. Oh, it was. Oh,
yeah,
it didn't
same
look
guy.
like that when they
So
showed.
let me play it in succession.
Made them decide to go, beyond noting that the footage was enough. Shifting shadows.
This looks different.
This one right here.
That looked
Yeah.
like a real one.
Yeah,
That's very plausible.
yeah, that one could be. And it
Oh,
disappeared
okay.
when the light hit it because of the fact that, you know.
Hmm.
So that one, I think it might be the only real one thus far.
A man exploring an abandoned building somewhere started noticing movement in his peripheral vision about 20 minutes into his walkthrough. He told himself it was light playing tricks, but it kept happening. Every time he turned toward it, nothing was there. Then he rounded a corner and swept his flashlight into a small open cubicle, and for just a second, a clearly humanoid shadow was standing inside it.
Now it seems to me that when he shined that light, he really didn't pay attention.
No,
That
he probably didn't notice it until after when he looked at the footage.
right.
Because
So
if you're not looking at the camera, you're not seeing that with your eye.
tired said plank. You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing. That's a board or something
It
sitting up
could be
against
a
there.
broad. What do they call those?
A paradoia.
Paradoia.
Because it could be
Yeah.
a board or something sitting up against
the
there.
wall, and it just looks
And
like a
for
figure.
that split second, and that's why he didn't move. It didn't bother him because he's seen it. Because you got to remember, this is a camera. If you was actually there and you seen that for a split second, it was probably a board. So that's why he gave it no mind. Just saying. That's what I think.
The moment the beam hit it, it was gone. He spent another few minutes in that building before deciding that whatever was sharing the space with him was enjoying itself far too much, and he left. Floating.
She's doing Ed and Eddie. Yeah, and here's Michael Jackson right there.
Figure. Another abandoned building, another explorer.
Miss Fancy said not sure.
That one I think
that it has legs.
could be because he didn't stop really because he didn't see it, I don't think, with his eyes. You could only see that thing on the camera probably, which is
That's
what I
true.
think gives it validity, because a lot of things that I caught I didn't see with my eyes, but when I played it back, because it moves so fast, these spirits, when I played it back, the camera caught it, I
Right.
didn't. So that one is the only one is iffy, but this other one, this thing is crazy looking. I think it's so fake.
Who probably wished he'd stayed home. This one was moving through the ground floor of an old house when he caught a black shadow figure at the far end of a hallway. He zoomed in, and what the camera revealed was genuinely difficult to look at. A twisted gray face, clearly defined despite the darkness, staring back at him from within the shadow, and the unmistakable sense that it was aware he was there. Moments after he zoomed in, the figure drifted sideways and vanished. There was no sound, no footsteps. Whatever it was, it left on its own terms. Pitch.
No, that can't be real because of how it moved over.
Yeah,
And Miss Patty.
I've seen tons of spirits and apparitions, right? Besides the fact that they can walk through things, they all walk normal. They don't, float. I never seen a floating one or going sideways. Now, if it's just materializing, maybe it looks funny, but that was already fully materialized.
Right.
For it to slide like that and instead of dissipating, that shit was so fake.
Now, Miss Patty said it was a P. Diddy. Tyre said the mathematics do not add up.
Yeah, right.
Money and Raven said it's Mars entity for America's Got Talent.
There you go.
Michael Fakeson from Reverend Potty Mouth.
Black.
Black?
A group of explorers doing a late-night walkthrough of an old building spotted a black figure standing in the far corner of one of the upper rooms. One of them pulled out a flashlight and shone it directly at the figure. Most shadows disappear when you
That's not no figure. That's a person walking across.
That is a guy in a business suit. So I wonder if that was like a place where people worked. It's a guy in a business suit.
throw light at them. This one didn't. It stayed completely black, a solid, light-absorbing shape that the beam couldn't penetrate for several long seconds before it simply disappeared in the building.
One thing I did notice, it's not casting a shadow.
No, it isn't. It's not casting a shadow. He has a business suit on. It's definitely a guy. And he's walking in a strange part of the building, to be,
Right.
And you wouldn't wear that to explore a business suit. I don't know. It's just strange. Like, who would go to an abandoned building in a damn business suit?
Unless you're looking for crack.
For long seconds before it simply disappeared in the building.
Yeah, see, it has no shadow. And he is shining. That is a light that's being shown.
Yeah.
And he would have been casting a shadow.
Yeah, but he is the shadow.
Right, but he is the shadow.
Yeah.
So be casting himself.
Wait, don't go in there.
The explorers stood there for a moment and then, quietly, decided to leave the floor. What makes this clip particularly hard to dismiss is that the figure remained visible and distinct, even with a direct beam of light on it. Shadows don't do that. Hospital shadow. Hospitals already feel like liminal spaces, places where the boundary between living and whatever comes next feels thinner than it should. So when CCTV footage from a hospital corridor captured a dark shadow appearing out of absolutely nowhere and walking down the hall, a lot of people weren't entirely surprised. It moved like a person, but lacked the definition of one: no clear edges, no face, just a dark humanoid mass gliding forward with purpose. Paranormal researchers who study this kind of thing often point to hospitals as magnets for shadow entities, theorizing that the concentrated grief and fear and tragedy that passes through those buildings over decades creates conditions where something dark can anchor itself.
That can be. I'm quite sure that is real.
Yeah.
Because of how they're reacting to it and how it stopped and then went on. And that person is across on the bed, obviously don't even see it.
Yeah. And it moved fast. Like you said, it did move with purpose. I don't know why they always say it's dark. I mean, that could have been, somebody who just went there thinking they were going to leave and passed away and doesn't even know they're dead, just walking around
Right.
But lacked the definition of one: no clear edges,
It
no
looks like
face,
a woman with
just a
long
dark
hair and a
humanoid
yellow
mass.
dress.
Yes.
Okay.
So I gotta say that was real.
Yeah.
What do y'all say in the chat? Little Patty says glitch. Mother Raymond says AI don't do shadows. That's true. Ecstasy on bad video. Ecstasy on bad video. Could be.
Yeah, it could be a glitch too, where that's an actual person, Michael. But you see how they obviously didn't know that person was there. You can hear them on the film, even though they're talking a different language. Like, they were shocked seeing that.
Right, and then I noticed something because I was reading what Tyre said. When Tyre said, why would he see it when he's watching the TV to his right? He's actually not even looking to his right. He's looking straight this way.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at where his head is, and this thing appears right in front of him and stops and then goes on.
Gliding forward with purpose. Paranormal researchers who study this kind of thing often point to hospitals as magnets for shadow entities, theorizing that the concentrated grief and fear and tragedy that passes through those buildings over decades creates conditions where something dark can anchor itself.
You see how it stopped?
Mm-hmm.
And then it continued. I mean, it's a straight stop. So that's very plausible. Tyre said he is saying that it is an escaped patient. It might be. I don't know.
It might be, but I'm sure
That
that
theory holds.
A regular hospital, not a mental hospital. I mean, it looks like, you know.
Yeah, even Miss Fancy said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spirit Stalker says real. So I think this is real.
Yeah.
And Jen's actually doing the laundry. That's why she had to stop. So but if she was here, we would be debating. I'd have messed up the church's money.
Sorry, I was stuffing my face.
Give me your opinion, Jen.
Laundry, she's stuffing her face.
What do you think? I'm gonna let this play through, and then you roll your butt right back over here, and then you tell me what you think. Well, get past this one.
For long seconds before it simply disappeared in the building. The explorers stood there for a moment and then, quietly, decided to leave the floor. What makes this clip particularly hard to dismiss is that the figure remained visible and distinct, even with a direct beam of light on it. Shadows don't do that. Hospital shadow.
This one right here.
Hospitals already feel like liminal spaces, places where the boundary between living and whatever comes next feels thinner than it should. So when CCTV footage from a hospital corridor captured a dark shadow appearing out of absolutely nowhere and walking down the hall, a lot of people weren't entirely surprised.
You think it's a glitch?
That's a glitch. It's going so fast that it glitched it. There's a person walking in.
But if that's a
See
glitch,
the pants?
right? But see now, if that's a glitch though, then couple things. Number one,
He's moving. He's not.
right? He's moving, but none of this floor is glitching when it moves. Watch again.
And the TV is moving, and the TV is
It
totally
moved.
fine.
Huh?
The TV is on, and the screen is moving. If
Right.
the camera couldn't pick up motion well, it wouldn't have picked, like the TV would be blurry.
Right.
Yeah, but they could have like, what do they call that? Blurred him out.
Oh, well, the hospital on their CCTV. I mean, why would you do that? I don't know, but
Right. Why would you waste your time to do that on a house?
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there could it be a glitch? Are they watching this back and that was their reaction because it was a glitch? I don't know, but
Because they're reacting to it too.
yeah, even though it's in a different language, you'll hear them say, "What?" You know.
Right.
Like a person, but lacked the definition of one: no clear edges, no face, just a dark humanoid mass gliding forward with purpose. Paranormal researchers who study this kind of thing often point to hospitals as magnets for shadow entities, theorizing that the concentrated grief and fear and tragedy that passes through those buildings over decades creates conditions where something dark can anchor itself.
Yeah.
Plus, she also didn't make a shadow. You notice that
Whether
on the
that
floor
theory
there's
holds water
shadow?
or not,
Huh?
She also didn't make a shadow. You see how
Right.
coming from the three lights shining down on the floor, there's shadows. She would have made a shadow on that floor, and she
Right.
didn't.
There's no shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whoever she is, she's got a yellow dress skirt and a black.
That's what I said. She has
Black,
long black hair and a yellow dress.
What do they call that thing that they wear in Islam? The woman's
What?
the
I know what you're
cover,
talking
the
about,
covering.
Yes,
But-
that's true. She
That's what
could
she
have.
But what if she's not Muslim?
You could tell it's over her hair.
What if she's from West Virginia?
That's not West Virginia, not that language.
You ain't been in West Virginia, have you?
The footage doesn't offer a cleaner explanation. Witch driver.
Yeah, which driver is it? Is it you?
I don't know. Is it you?
Is your mom?
A driver in rural Indonesia was moving along a dark forest road late at night when his dashcam picked up a large figure stepping out from between the trees. Acting on instinct, he slowed down.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
The figure was tall, heavily built, wearing dark, layered clothing with what appeared to be face paint
That's a person.
Well, that's a crazy person. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, just run his ass over.
or a mask covering its features. In its arms, pressed against its chest, it was carrying something small. A doll, perhaps. What happened in the seconds after the clip ends has never been explained.
That's what it is.
The driver never publicly detailed what he saw when the camera cut out. And that silence, more than the footage itself,
Look at this dude.
That person was dressed up, costume.
They
They knew what
they
they
made
were
this.
doing.
They
They were
created
waiting
this.
for them to get there and then go.
Why would this dude be holding a doll, walking down the street when it's dark? They
Yeah.
set this up.
They
Even if he didn't set it up, that guy may be just fucking nuts out of his skull.
That's true too.
Trying to scare motorists, you know?
Now, if I was the guy that dropped him off, what if I would have dropped him off and didn't come back? Left his ass walking. Then you want to talk about somebody getting creeped out? The creep will get creeped out.
Yeah.
is the most disturbing part of the whole story.
Dr.
Glowing dog man. A woman in Pennsylvania had heard strange sounds coming from her basement in the months before this was recorded in 2014. Then one night she walked into her hallway and came face to face with something crouched at the far end of it.
Now I believe
Mask?
in these dog men. I do believe in these dog men.
Yeah,
I
but
have
That looks like a mask or a costume.
that is a fuzzy costume. You know the ones
Yeah.
they use for cosplay? We won't get
Yeah.
into that. That's probably her husband doing some strange ass shit in her basement. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was reading some of the chat too. Spirit
Okay.
Stalker said, friend, Miss Fancy said, LOL.
Bang.
Miss Fancy said costume. Little Patty said fake. Bang Tan said Dr. Doom. Spirit Stalker said real.
Fancy
said costume.
Mike said
Michael says costume.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that,
Well-
those ears are too close together.
Well-
The whole
well-
thing looks fake.
Well, if it's a wolf man, anyways, their eyes don't glow white; they glow red.
Well, if it's
Most animals' eyes glows red in the beam of lenses and
Well,
lights.
if it was
at
a
night-
wolf man, he'd be saying, I am the wolf man. Ow.
Well, he doesn't even have the shape and body of a wolf.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
like,
human form,
it's
the shoulders.
like a
It's-
human
It's
form,
dog
yeah.
man, not wolf man.
Well, dog man,
You got the
human man,
movies mixed
wolf
up.
man. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, Reverend, that's exactly right. The
He's-
husband is pretending to be a furry in the basement who probably has a woman on the side down there. We don't know what's going on down there, but it's no wolf man in the house.
Michael-
Okay.
He
Michael
forgot
said-
what the Halloween
Michael
was.
said he forgot what day Halloween was. Little
Mhm.
Patty said yellow.
It was massive when it slowly began to straighten. It became clear just how tall it actually was.
What are you doing in my house? What are you?
Glowing eyes, the unmistakable shape of an upright creature with a distinctly canine head. The footage cuts off shortly after. Dogman sightings have been reported across the eastern United States for decades, concentrated particularly in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania.
They forgot a state now recently, Ohio. Ohio
right.
became a magnet now for dogmen and Bigfoot.
Bigfoot now, the Bigfoot's migrating. And that's
Yes,
no
they
Bigfoot
are.
either. Those ears are just too close together.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's a real Peter Cottontail.
Hmm.
Most witnesses describe the same thing: the height, the eyes, and the feeling that whatever it is not afraid of you.
What are you doing in my house? What are you?
And
Stairwell woman.
you're gonna sit there and talk to it because
I know,
if that
right?
shit was in my house, you wouldn't have heard one thing except that camera fall and me fucking running. Okay, so I think that shit was so fake.
I'll be pulling the gun. I'll be pulling my gun.
The motion sensor in the stairwell activated at approximately 3 a.m., and the homeowner reviewed the footage the following morning. What he saw was this: a woman in white appeared at the bottom of the stairs. She was completely still. Then she moved. Her body dropped to the floor, and she began climbing the stairs on all fours. Her back.
See, this is why you should never do
Stay away
meth.
from crack.
Stay away from crack. Stay away from meth. It will do stuff like this to you. Stay away from drugs.
That's actors. You know how they have the haunted houses and all that? That's
Yeah.
acting. That's acting.
Yeah, they just wanted views. Okay, you got your views.
Back arched in the wrong direction, moving with a speed that no person crawling should be capable of. She
Anybody can do
reached the
that.
top of the stairs in under 3 seconds and
You get Jim mad enough, she'll do that.
Yeah, but the house
disappeared from the frame. When he checked the upstairs room,
And why would you still stand right there so that you can watch it go up the stairs?
No, well, this is a CCTV supposedly.
Yeah,
He wasn't there. He watched this back. They said this happened at 3 in the morning, and he watched it back on the CCTV.
But he's backing
but
up.
see, he's backing up. See, watch.
he couldn't find
That's how
anything.
you know it's fake.
Headless nurses,
Let's go back.
glowing eyes, the unmistakable shape of an upright creature stares on all fours,
See?
her back
He
arched
was backing up.
Yeah,
in the wrong direction, moving with a speed that no person crawling should be capable of. She reached the top of the stairs in under 3 seconds and disappeared from the frame.
You'd be surprised what you can do when you're on crack or meth.
yeah. But like I said, they said it right in the beginning. Oh, he went back and looked at it. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. So the CCTV camera does move with motion, but it doesn't back up.
Right, and he was
That's
backing
how
up.
you know that shit is fake.
Right, that's fake because he
It's an
was backing
unhappy
up.
spouse shouting, I gave you one job to do, and I moved out that house.
Gave you one job to do, and I move out that house.
That's good.
When he checked the upstairs rooms, he couldn't find anything. Headless nurses. A man staying overnight in a hospital. The location and circumstances were kept vague when he shared. This woke up sometime past 2 a.m. to the sound of voices and laughter coming from the corridor outside his room. He opened his door and looked out. At the far end of the hall, a group of figures in nursing uniforms were huddled together, apparently talking amongst themselves.
Oh my
It
god.
took him a moment to process what was wrong with the image. Not one of them had a head. Headless apparitions appear in folklore across nearly every culture in some traditions. They're spirits of those who died traumatically, still going through the motions of their last living routines.
What do you think of that?
I don't know. That could have been like they had the nurse's outfit over their heads, so it
Yeah,
looked
like
like
those
they
college
were headless.
Mm-hmm.
So that and the way he's standing there again,
And the way they're laughing, like the laugh and everything, like it.
yeah, fake.
Because if I seen something like that, I'm not sticking around. Whether it was real, whether it was a crackhead, why would I want to stick around?
It's called
You
energy.
know,
Showing you stuff because the only thing would be my camera sticking out there. I'd be looking at the camera because I'd want to film it,
right.
and then you're not gonna see me. I'm not gonna put the camera back and forth. Like why? If it's really spirits, they're not gonna see your camera. You know, they're not
Right.
gonna pay no never mind to you. So this whole thing was staged for.
It must have been
Instagram.
Brides of Henry VIII.
It took him a moment to process what was wrong with the image. Not one of them had a head. Headless apparitions appear in folklore across nearly every culture in some traditions. They're spirits of those who died traumatically, still going through the motions of their last living routines. Rowdive Reader. A man exploring a remote, derelict property using the Randonautica app. He began moving toward the source.
Now, we did this. Remember we did the Randonautica app. It sent us to some crazy places. And that video is still up. If you get a chance, go by and check it out. It sent us to some crazy places.
I did it once, and I'm like, give me something I was in Long Island at the time. In, I don't know, a 10-block radius. It sent me to the corner of where I live. And on the corner, there's absolutely nothing there. I'm just like, why the fuck am I standing? I said, give me something interesting to explore in a 10-block radius. And it gives me, go to your corner. And it's just a street, when you get to my corner, there's a street, two-way street going that way, and the street coming up where I was, right?
Right.
I'm like, what am I looking at? What is, I thought that thing was so stupid. I'm like, no.
Deeper into the wilderness when he noticed a figure standing at a distance. He stopped. He turned around. When he looked back, the figure had covered the entire length of the field and was directly in front of his camera.
That's his mother-in-law. No. I didn't say you're...
That's not a ghost. That's some crazy lady. And if she was that close to me, I'd be freaking running.
She probably has mental issues.
Yeah.
Obviously so.
There's no preparation in his response, no anticipation, just pure shock. Viewers largely agreed that the figure appeared to be a woman, but she might not be one. Hallway drag.
Then what's she supposed to be?
A hallway drag, like he said? No, actually, this is the next clip, but...
What else
No,
was
that
she
was
supposed to be, though?
Yeah, what else?
Maybe she was a spirit? No, that was a woman, a crazy psycho woman.
Bear Stalker said, fake, I could do that. And you got the long hair too, Spirit Stalker. Michael said, oh, shite.
Yeah, because all of a sudden she came right up, right? It was a spooky one.
Money the Raven said, looks like UK. So it'll be either a tramp or a smackhead.
A skinwalker.
The footage was shared widely in early 2025, and the question of whether it was staged still hasn't been settled to anyone's satisfaction. A man is seen walking down an office corridor toward the exit. At the far end of the hallway, a shadow appears. He sees it, backs away, and then the shadow reaches him. He struggles. Whatever the dark shape was, he couldn't push it off or get free from it. The clip ends with him being pulled backward, out of frame. According to accounts that circulated online, the man was never located. The building management reportedly had no record of the incident. Whether it was staged is a question you'll need to answer for yourself. His reaction.
What do you think of that?
So what? There's no missing persons report. Did that guy work there? It's an office building. What the hell mean they don't have any information? I never heard of such a thing before.
Reverend Body World says Skinwalker.
If somebody's in an office building, yeah, and now you see this on CCTV, you're going to search who that guy is. Did he work there? You're going to ask everybody. You're going to know if he's around. And if not, you're going to put a missing persons report and get the police or something. Like, I don't know. Is it just me?
For what it's worth, looked completely real. Office child. Two co-workers were chatting in their office an unremarkable Tuesday afternoon scene when something moved behind the man facing the camera. A small, dark silhouette, roughly the size and shape of a child, ran quickly through the space behind him. He didn't notice it. His colleague, who was facing the camera, paused mid-sentence, looked confused, then kept talking. When the footage was reviewed later, the silhouette was clearly visible, fast-moving, low to the ground, gone in under 2 seconds. The office building had no children on the premises that day. There was no adjacent space that a child could have accessed without passing through a secured entry. The colleague, when asked later, confirmed she had seen something move, but hadn't wanted to say anything at the time. She still doesn't have an explanation.
I mean,
I think that was real.
That one's real. I think,
That was real
yeah.
because the reaction, for one thing, because he told the guy, look, 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 and told the guy that's facing him to turn. I wish I could have seen, though, like when they went to go take a look. You know what I'm saying? To see what that was. Yeah. But I still think that's real. I'm going to play that one more time.
For what it's worth, looked completely real. Office child. Two co-workers were chatting in their office an unremarkable Tuesday afternoon scene when something moved behind the man facing the camera. A small, dark silhouette, roughly the size and shape of a child, ran quickly through the space behind him. He didn't notice it. His colleague, who was facing the camera, paused mid-sentence, looked confused, then kept talking. When the footage was reviewed later, the silhouette was clearly visible, fast-moving, low to the ground, gone in under 2 seconds. The office building had no children on the premises that day. There was no adjacent space that a child could have accessed without passing through a secured entry. The colleague, when asked later, confirmed she had seen something move, but hadn't wanted to say anything at the time. She still doesn't have an explanation.
Yeah, that was real.
Yeah, because you're not gonna, in the middle of the work week and with people, fake that in the middle of working, because they probably get in trouble. And the fact that everything else in that frame had color, and that was literally just a black shadow with no kind of
color,
or you couldn't make anything out. Yeah, that has to be a lot of work to fake that.
Yeah, and plus the reaction when he told the guy that was in front of him to take a look. I just wish I could have seen more of that video right there.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's more, but this guy who was reviewing it just,
yeah, he chopped it. Yep.
Yeah.
Bush figure. A woman was out for a nighttime walk when she noticed something partially concealed in the bushes alongside the road. A dark, human-shaped figure, clearly defined against the lighter background of the foliage. She slowed, filmed it, and then it was gone.
Over several subreddits and a lot of speculation, great comments just as to what this could be.
She shared the footage on Reddit.
Oh, and you know what? I seen it walk away. I think that was real too. Let me go back.
Oh, yeah, you could see it walk
at
to the
time,
side.
she still doesn't have an explanation.
Shadow walk away.
Bush figure.
Watch this.
A woman was out for a nighttime walk when she noticed something partially concealed in the bushes alongside the road. A dark, human-shaped figure, clearly defined against the lighter background of the foliage. She slowed, filmed it, and then it was gone.
Over several subreddits and a lot of speculation, great comments just as to what this could be.
She shared the footage on Reddit, speculating.
That's real.
That looks like car lights.
Yeah.
What car lights? Those car lights are way down there.
Actually, those are street lights, but when it turns to the darkness, you can see the shadow still.
Right, you can see it, right, and you'll see that it's running this way.
That way, yeah, and it's like translucent totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks real.
It might have been a shadow cast by her companion, but the shadow angle was wrong for that, and it was too solid, too distinctly shaped to be ambient darkness. Zombie Explorer.
Yeah.
A man exploring an abandoned location was moving through one of the larger spaces when a figure...
Fancy even said looks real. Yeah, I think that was real. Money and the Raven said that shadow be in the WWE good choke slam. Reverend Potty Mouth said it was her shadow from the car turning behind. You know what? I didn't even think about that.
I just said that.
It could,
Oh, if
yeah,
there was a car behind them, maybe.
yeah. I didn't think about
But
that.
she was moving straight. You think it would have showed that translucent
Well,
shadow?
yeah, because it would show her
Maybe.
walking. Right, it would have showed her walking, but because I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to that again, and it's standing still.
Why do you have to go so far back?
I don't mean to, but I got this. I don't know why it's doing it. Just let it play.
Anything at the time. She still doesn't have an explanation. Bush figure.
See now,
A woman was out for a nighttime walk when she noticed something partially concealed in the bushes alongside the road. A dark, human-shaped figure, clearly defined against the lighter background of the foliage. She slowed, filmed it, and then it was gone.
How the light
Over
from the car.
several subreddits and a lot of
That's far.
speculation.
Oh, wait.
Great.
I think her legs was moving, so I think they're right. Let me
That's
go.
a car.
Yeah, I
Anything
think
at the
leg
time.
was
She
moving.
still doesn't have an
I
explanation.
hate that.
Bush figure.
I wish you would have made chapters.
A woman was out for a nighttime walk when she noticed something partially concealed in the bushes alongside the road. A dark, human-shaped figure, clearly defined against the lighter background of the foliage. She slowed, filmed it, and then it was gone.
Car light.
Over
Yeah,
several subreddits and
Right
a lot of
when it gets up, the
speculation.
car
Great
light comes by.
comments just
And the car
as to
light.
what this could be.
She shared the footage on Reddit, speculating
yeah. That's
But he could have been still standing there though. He still could have been standing there though. And the light just glared him out. And she didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
it might have been a shadow cast by her
Probably
companion.
it's a shadow though.
But the shadow
But it
angle
looks
was
like a
wrong
shadow
for
person
that.
standing there.
And it was too solid, too distinctly shaped to be ambient darkness. Zombie Explorer.
Zombie.
A man exploring an abandoned location was moving through one of the larger spaces when a figure appeared ahead of him, arms fully outstretched,
Oh,
walking
God.
with the lurching, jerky
this is fake.
That's the fakest thing I ever seen.
Sure is.
That is very fake.
gait of something
Well,
not
next to
entirely
Michael
in
Jackson.
control of its own
Huh?
Next to the Michael Jackson one. It's right up there with that one.
Yeah, it's right up there with that one.
movements. He stopped. It kept coming. When it finally got close enough for the camera to pick up its face, the eyes were glowing. He backed up quickly and left the area. Some viewers argued the woman's movements were too deliberate to be unconscious. Others pointed specifically to those eyes and the fact that no simple explanation accounts for that kind of glow in that kind of darkness.
Wow.
Shadow stalkers.
Yeah, it's called glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Reflect off light.
Like,
It's called perfect editing too, you know.
Yeah,
You
that
can
too.
edit that shit.
GD, that thing is tall. Zombies wear stilts. Reverend Potty Mom said true. Spirit Stalker said thriller. Hey.
that's funny though.
Methany is 8 foot tall.
2 security guards doing their rounds on a remote industrial property were the last people expecting a run-in with something they couldn't explain. It was sometime after midnight when one of them noticed a shape moving through the long grass at the far edge of the property. Big. Way too big. They watched it for a few seconds before deciding, without saying a word, to get back in the car. The next day, against their better judgment, they went back out to check the perimeter, and it was there again, caught in their headlights. This time they got a proper look at it. Huge frame, no visible face, thick dark hair or fur covering whatever was underneath. It wasn't running from them, it was walking toward them. They didn't stay to find out what it wanted.
Why would people
Window watcher.
But usually don't. Come to
Now
me.
that I don't know if that was paranormal. I think they had a really bad camera. It was dark, and that was a person, and it was in their right to get the fuck out of there because that guy was crazy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was up to no
That's all
good.
I'm saying. It looked like one of those you know what the hunters wear to like camouflage themselves,
Uh-huh.
you know? So I think it was a guy, you know, not Bigfoot. I think it was
Right.
a guy
Well, usually big.
camouflage, and yeah, and they had every right to be scared because that guy's probably nuts.
Um, Spirit Stalker said, "My gift." Okay. Bangtan said, "Zombie eyes don't glow." That's right, they don't glow. I mean, my wife's eyes have not glowed since we got ouch. Tyra says she paid $2 million and menthol cools to get her eyes shined. How about Newports? Reverend Potty Mouth said Bigfoot.
It's a ghillie suit.
The
Um,
goodies, that's what you call it. Yes, Reverend. That's what that guy was. He was the hunter in a suit. What he was hunting, probably those girls. I
right.
would have got the heck out of there too. Yeah.
Funny how they don't shine.
I love Tyra when she said, "I may be white, but I'm not horror movie white."
I may be black, but I'm not chalkboard black.
Mhm.
If I was, Jim would be leaving all kinds of messages on me. Honey, let me see your back. Do I got a doctor's appointment today? Yeah, right there.
Whoever this is.
Just saying.
A man's cousin was doing something completely ordinary, pulling up his late uncle's old apartment on Google Street View just to see the place one more time. The apartment had been empty for years, nobody going in or out, no tenants, no maintenance visits. And yet, standing inside the window in that archived street-level image was the clear silhouette of a man in a suit, still staring outward.
Tell me why there was a person standing in my dead uncle's bedroom window on Google Street View 3 years after he passed.
The cousin immediately called to tell him about it. The image had been just sitting there in the public archive for anyone to find. Whether you believe in residual hauntings, energy from a person so strong it gets literally imprinted on a location, or whether you think there's some other explanation, one thing is hard to argue.
Where do y'all see a suit?
It's hard with Windows sometimes, especially when the Google camera's taking it, because the reflection could be coming off of anywhere. We don't know how the angle was, so it's kind of difficult to say. Yeah, Patty, I think it was just
It could be a water splatter that when Google took
we don't
the
know
picture.
how close the buildings are across the street. We know nothing about the surrounding area to see if it could have been a reflection. So that one we have to chalk up to as maybe it was a reflection because we don't know.
Yeah, I agree. A little Patty said the same thing, reflection.
Yeah.
Reverend Mouse said squatter.
No, or a squatter, sure.
Reverend back room, rather.
But it's too, you know, it's very blurred. And I don't know about a suit. It looks like a guy having a shirt that's opened, you know? So
Right.
that's why I also feel like maybe it's a reflection from the house across the way where a guy's in his room getting dressed or whatever. Like, you know.
All right. So, yeah, I think we solved that one.
That apartment was supposed to be empty. Hooded intruder. This one is unsettling precisely because the man in the video had absolutely no idea. He was filming his collection of figurines and decorative pieces, panning his camera around the room with the casual energy of someone who thinks they're completely alone. As the camera swings toward the partially open door, something peers around the frame. Slowing the footage down reveals a face beneath a hood, eyes that catch the light in a way that isn't quite right, a face that is distorted, not belonging to anything human. The man never looks at the door. Whatever was watching him from the hallway watched him for several more seconds before the camera panned away, and we never found out if it was still there when he finally turned around.
It's a hooded guy.
Ghost nurse.
This is a man with a hood on.
Yeah,
Well, now, the only thing I hope is that that guy didn't get robbed or killed.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was gonna say. You know, that could have been somebody that broke into his apartment.
It could be anything.
So we don't know. Bang Tan said, "Dr. Doom again."
Yeah.
A snarky brother.
Tyre said, or the bottom down one. A cashmere pullover.
The Grim Reaper. Or Grim Creeper.
A Skeletor. Yeah, that's Skeletor from He-Man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I saw it a few times. And without the context of the whole video, like obviously he had to go back the way he came and stuff. Without seeing the whole video, you really can't make a decision on that one, I think.
Right.
Jeepers Creeper, where'd you get those eyes?
Abandoned hospitals carry a weight that other buildings don't. Too many people came through those doors and never left. A man exploring a derelict medical facility, reportedly somewhere in Eastern Europe, though the exact location was never confirmed, was moving through the upper floors when he first caught a glimpse of her in a doorway. A woman in a nurse's uniform, standing completely still. He approached the doorway. Empty. He kept moving, and a few minutes later, there she was again at the far end of a long corridor, same posture, same uniform.
Fake. Because
Oh,
she
fake.
is so fake. And casting a shadow. Come on, man.
That's so
Yeah,
solid.
you could see her blue shadow.
It's solid though. Come on.
Come on, man. Y'all can do better than that.
Uniform facing him,
Solid like
and
that.
then he quickly fled before things could go south.
He didn't flee. He went after it.
Yeah.
Looming entity.
Those are those
A
Chinese
resident in a
ones that make, they make all those.
They make us paranormal, people who do,
See,
Yeah.
hard
they-
at what we do.
right. They give the paranormal a bad name.
Yep.
All because they want it for clickbait, for views.
Yeah, they make zombies that are 8 feet tall.
Right.
all
I mean,
this
come
stupidness.
on. I mean, I told them, come on, man, get real.
Calgary, Alberta neighborhood posted a short clip in early 2024 that quickly drew a lot of uncomfortable attention online. The security footage showed something large, unnaturally large, standing over a person who was kneeling on the ground nearby. The figure towered above them, its outline sharp and dark against the ambient light. Its posture wasn't passive. It had the body language of something that was not done yet. Viewers immediately started reaching for explanations. Shadow cast at a strange angle, trick of the camera lens. A very tall person. But
Now, it can be a couple things. Somebody getting their butt whooped.
Mm-hmm.
B, it could be a special needs person and the parent trying to tame them, calm them down. Or C, none of the above.
Because
I don't know.
like
It's so weird. The person who's interacting with it obviously sees it.
Right.
Because they're whether they're hiding from it or whatever. So this could be another thing where they're filming something and the people across the way don't know what the hell is going on, and they're filming, they're doing something for doing a YouTube skit or whatever.
Right.
And the people across the way just don't realize that that's like somebody dressed up or something.
Tired. I want to go there too. To that part of Pennsylvania. If the sirens sirens start up, don't come and find me. We'll be in Silent Hill. I got the game. Reverend Pottymouse says Scrubs the sequel. Jason said, fantastic show tonight. Hey, Jason, you are fantastic. We thank you for being here. Tired also said Shigami. Shigami. Money the Raven said, LOL, are you all packed for your trip to the hospital? Have you got your cross, holy water, rosemary beads? Little Patty said, guy beating his other half. Tired said, arms are pretty lanky. Yeah, they are.
I would like how from like the light beams in your shadow makes you look like
You're taller when you're not.
like really tall up all on the wall, you know what I'm saying? And that's all they're seeing is the shadow of that person from a distance. You know, like trying to yell it.
Okay.
But the proportions didn't add up to any of those things. Some people landed on the same two words, Grim Reaper. Whether that's what it was is another question entirely.
Why is
Hunched
the
follower.
Grim Reaper gonna fight with somebody who's alive? They wait till you're
Right.
dead and kick your ass.
Yeah.
Like a
He'd
person
be
who's
hitting
been
you
on
with that sickle.
I can't see like them. I mean, they'll wait for you to die. Like,
Yeah, exactly, little Patty.
You have
Trick of the
trick of
light.
the light.
yeah, trick of the light, I think.
Hinge follower.
A man walking home alone late at night in a residential area of Cinco Saltos, Argentina, in February 2025, noticed a figure about half a block behind him moving in the same direction. It was hunched not the way an injured or elderly person hunches, but deeply bent, almost folded over itself.
Oh my God.
It was dressed entirely in black. He didn't stop. He filmed it
Those
while
fucking
walking,
heels.
kept his pace, and
It's a
didn't
meth
look.
head.
It's a meth head.
You see the shoes, two different types. A person who's high, don't know what shoes they put on. They just
See, drugs make you do all kinds of weird things. You know, even in Argentina, they're showing us that, yeah, we got meth and crack too.
Yeah.
and it could be a senior, a senior who's hunched over. I mean,
It could be a homeless person that's hunched over.
It's a woman with those heels. Let me damn tell you.
those
She's
shoes.
got the
They're
heels. She's got the dress.
I don't know, because I seen a guy once. Remember over in Paranormal, we seen a guy wearing heels. So, at this day and age, it doesn't fool me.
No, that's true.
Back
Well,
directly
especially if you're
to the
homeless,
footage when
then you take any shoes you can find.
A hunchback witch.
when you gotta go
When
back.
you gotta go back. Yeah, but you're not walking fast enough, so you ain't gotta go that bad.
viral within days. People who live in the area flooded the comments with their own stories about strange figures seen at night in that neighborhood. Whatever this was, it apparently had a territory. Twisted head. A tenant opened his apartment window for a late-night cigarette and noticed someone standing on the street below, looking up at him. That alone would have been unsettling enough. It was well past midnight. No one should have been loitering there. But as he looked more carefully, he realized the figure's head wasn't sitting on its shoulders the way a head is supposed to. It was rotated, almost fully backward, resting against.
You see where his head's at? It's behind him.
Yeah, it's a deformity. There's a person
That's
like
some kind of weird deformity. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, how are you doing? That's a weird deformity to have.
Yeah, there's
And,
no guy
and
like
why
that.
the heck are you on the street at midnight like that?
Yeah. And now they're looking up at his window. Beforehand, he was
Now
looking
they are.
Yeah, he was looking at the wall at first. How the hell are you gonna see where you're going? Got eyes in the back of your head? No, they're on my back.
The upper back. It just stood there with its head positioned at an angle that a living human spine simply cannot achieve, staring up at the window as if it had been waiting specifically for him to come outside. He eventually went back inside and locked the door.
To this day, he no longer smokes anything. That's a good way to get you to quit smoking.
Well, he filmed it, so I don't freaking know. Like, that I don't know what that is because, yeah,
Little
I don't
Patty
know.
said, "Twisted sister."
It could have been somebody in some kind of costume, but why the hell would you stand on a street corner with that costume at midnight? No,
Right.
like that person is psycho.
You are not kidding.
Skinwalker door. The man checked his night security footage the morning after hearing noises, and what he saw on the recording convinced him he'd had an extremely close call. Sometime in the early hours, while he slept, something had entered the doorway of his bedroom. It moved on all fours, its limbs bending at wrong angles. It had no visible face from the camera's angle. It crept to the foot of the bed. Skinwalker sightings follow a recognizable pattern in indigenous Navajo tradition, a being that moves.
I want to show you this. Jen just showed me this. This is I guess this is a real condition. Let me turn this light off so people see.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's a real person.
It's a deformity.
Oh.
Wow.
I still say that person was stalking the other guy and he's crazy, deformity or not.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it was all that was all you know, a deploy or costume or setup.
Moves on all fours, that mimics, that watches. This footage matches those descriptions in ways that are hard to explain away. Pale visitor.
Now that one,
that one was fake.
yeah, it was.
I don't know. I've seen tons of spirits, and I haven't seen any crawling like on the floor like a psycho.
Tyre said it's a lick. Reverend Pottymouth said that's a solid colored bodysuit. Spirit Stalker said like Shallow Hal. I haven't even seen that movie yet. I remember Shallow Hal. Michelle said people project their own insecurities or someone else mostly because they're jealous.
True.
Bang Tan says fake. Little Patty says skinwalker. Michelle says, have a great week, everyone. Are you gone already? Oh, well, hey, Michelle, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you hit that like button. But even if you didn't, we still love you. Thank you so much for coming in. Pale visitor. This is basically what Jen looks like when she wakes up in the morning.
He was home alone when he heard something on his front porch. He turned on the porch light and opened the door. There was a pale, white, humanoid figure on his porch. He described it later as looking almost like a person, but too white. The proportions slightly wrong in ways he struggled to put into words. He yelled at it, and it worked. The figure turned and walked off the porch and into the dark yard before disappearing entirely. He called the police while it was still there, but by the time they arrived, it was gone.
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh. This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh.
He told neighbors about it the next morning. They'd seen something similar on that same street in the previous weeks, something that didn't look human, and left when confronted. Shadow.
I don't know. That's another one. Might be a crazy person.
Right.
No, because if they've seen it multiple times, and you could yell at it to go away. I mean, if it's a spirit, I mean, sometimes you could say, "Hey, go away," and it will, but it won't walk backwards. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I think that's a crazy person. Again,
You're dead
call
now.
the police.
Bang Tan said, Eddie, you are dead now. LOL, nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you too.
That's
This-
crazy.
She's a small stick of dynamite, believe me. The Irish should come out of her. As you notice, I don't have a potty mouth. She, on the other hand,
You have a potty mouth when you get mad.
when I get mad, which is not a lot.
Moves like baby Kong.
I do move like Baby Kong too, don't I?
I think they were talking about that.
Oh, they're talking about that. I still move like Baby Kong though.
Entity. This witness says he discovered the shadow by accident. Every time the light went off, a dark figure appeared in the corner of the room. Every time the light came back on, the corner was empty. He set up his phone and replicated it on camera, turning the lights off and on repeatedly, and each time the light dropped, the figure was there. Shadow people, as they're sometimes called in paranormal research, are reported globally, across cultures and centuries. They appear in low light or darkness. They don't interact, and they vanish when illuminated.
You see that?
Whatever the explanation, this footage shows exactly what those reports describe. Following shadow.
I wanted your opinion first before I go to this next one.
I don't know about that. I've seen that one before.
I did too, and I've seen it. That's why I wanted
I
your
don't
opinion.
know if when the lights close, depending on where other light sources are, if that's a shadow from something in the house. And of course, when you turn on the light and you give it another light source, that you're not going to see that.
It's like
So I
pixelated
don't know.
with something else, you know what I'm saying? Scared away.
You know.
Patty said, "Shadow people don't scare me. I live with one." So does Jen. Bangtan said fake.
They have seen lights
They
out.
have seen lights out.
Good.
That reminds me of another movie I want to watch. A movie called Get Out. I'm serious. That's the name of the movie. It's called Get Out. I heard it was really good.
Yes, Raven. That's exactly what I meant. We don't know where the other light sources are, and it could just be projecting the shadow, and he doesn't realize, and he's turning on the light. Of course, when you add the second light, you're not going to see it. So yeah.
Right. So we'll go ahead to this one.
A woman noticed it first on a Tuesday evening, a shadow that moved behind a parked car near her apartment building that didn't match anything casting it. She started filming her walks home, and it kept appearing. A dark, humanoid shape that seemed to move with her.
Tired, have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. We love you. And I know Reverend Potty Mouth is going to follow right behind. We love you guys. Great night.
Staying a consistent distance back.
You see that shadow? It's following.
Always just out of frame when she turned directly toward it. She posted the footage asking if anyone else had experienced something like this. The response she got was unexpected in its volume. Hundreds of people describing the same phenomenon, a shadow that attached itself to a specific person and followed. Ballerina blank.
Now, my thing is this. Why didn't she, if you know that there's a shadow there, just go back the other way. Protect yourself. You
Well,
don't know.
I think that's her car, maybe. Is it her car? Like, if it's my car, I'm calling the police.
Yeah, and then go back to the car with the police with you.
Right. I'm calling the police. I'm going to film it so I have proof for the police, and then I'm going to file a report.
Right. So just food for thought, you know.
Could have been a person going to break into it.
Ballerina blank.
On the night of the 21st of August, 2023, a man in Florida was dropping off a friend outside his apartment complex when he noticed something sitting near the entrance to the building. It looked like a basket at first, just sitting on the pavement. When they both got out to look more closely, a figure unfolded from behind it. A woman in a ballerina outfit, white tutu, the whole thing. She stood facing them, and where her face should have been, there was nothing. She moved toward them with a lurching, sideways gait and then disappeared around the corner of the building. When they followed, the alley was empty.
Man, what are you doing? Dude, yo, what the? Yo.
Garden
Again with
sprinter.
that sideways walking. I think those are fake. I don't see a spirit walking like that.
Oh, that was my Walmart card. It's empty.
Sideways like that. I never seen.
Yeah, that's.
Why would it walk that way?
No, that's definitely not real.
Yeah.
That was just for views. Little Patty said puppet.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a person, but it's just
Whatever.
You know, for views.
Yeah.
Views.
On the night of the 27th of November, 2025, a man in Bradenton, Florida, was midstream on Facebook Live when something outside his window caught his attention. He told his viewers he'd seen something he wasn't sure what and cautiously opened his front door to get a better look. What the live stream captured in those few seconds was a dark figure sprinting across his garden at a speed that seemed completely out of proportion to its size. It moved low and fast, covering the length of the garden.
I can believe that one.
Yeah.
I
I
can
don't know
believe
what the heck it is.
that. I don't know what it is either, but I can believe that one.
But he was on a Facebook Live, so
Right.
it's pretty hard to fake, and that's pretty translucent, and it
Yes.
really did move fast. So I don't know.
In seconds before vanishing beyond the camera's range. Window figure. This guy lived alone, so when he looked up at his apartment window from the street after coming home one evening and saw someone standing inside, looking out, it didn't make sense on any level. He went inside to check. Empty apartment, nothing out of place. He went back outside, looked up, still there. A humanoid figure standing in the window of his apartment, looking down at the street below. The figure itself, in the footage, doesn't look entirely right.
I don't know what or who that is, but it keeps watching me.
The proportions are slightly off the head, slightly too small, the shoulders uneven, the way it stood suggesting something that had learned to approximate a human posture but hadn't quite mastered it. Stadium Spectre.
Okay, costume.
I don't know about that. Let me. I'm gonna ask this again, guys. If you came home and you know you live alone, and you look up at your window and you see that, and you can film it, and you can see it on your film, you're gonna go into your apartment by yourself,
No,
or you're gonna call the police.
right. I'm
So
calling.
when I hear these kinds of things, I go, no, that's that's fake, because sure as shit, I would have called the police.
Yeah. So
Yeah, someone broke in your house.
Obviously.
somebody missed it, so I'm gonna show it again.
Seconds before vanishing beyond the camera's range. Window figure.
Now, it's this thing right here that they're looking at in the window.
This guy lived alone, so when he looked up at his apartment window from the street after coming home one evening and saw someone standing inside, looking out, it didn't make sense on any level. He went inside to check. Empty apartment, nothing out of place. He went back outside, looked up, still there. A humanoid figure standing in the window of his apartment, looking down at the street below. The figure itself, in the footage, doesn't look entirely right.
I don't know what or who that is, but it keeps watching me.
The proportions are slightly off the head, slightly too small, the shoulders uneven, the way it stood suggesting something that had learned to approximate a human posture but hadn't quite mastered it.
Now, I
Yeah,
wish
Bang 10, exactly. It's something, and you know it's fake when they don't call the police, because if I seen a guy standing outside my window and I know nobody's there, the police the first person I call.
right, and not only that, like you said, you know he lives alone, and if you live alone and you see something in your window, an average person is not going to go,
I think I'm going in the house.
that's peculiar. Who's in my house? Let me go see. Yeah. The other thing is, this guy that made this, shout out to Hunter for making this collage right here. But if only you could make it to where we could see the aftermath of them going into the place or something like that, give us more of an idea.
I hope you're well, sweetheart.
Diane, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
a little something.
Stadium Spectre. A security guard doing a late-night walkthrough of a large sports stadium, the kind of building that's enormous and completely deserted after hours, started hearing doors banging from inside the changing rooms. He made his way down there, pushed open the door, and a humanoid shadow moved directly across his path and disappeared through the wall.
I could be a spirit.
Pero como mierda puede ser que no haya nada. Ay. Ya es la tercera vez.
Large stadiums are places that accumulate a particular kind of energy over years, tens of thousands of people cycling through extreme emotions. It's not surprising that some researchers believe major sports.
That could be real.
That's real. That I've seen that video before. I've seen the whole video. That's real.
Yeah. Yeah, is that the one like the maintenance guy brought his friend in there and they saw that? It looks like that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely real.
Venues are among the most haunted buildings in any given city. Vanishing men.
I've seen this video right here before too. Focus on these right here, just like where he's got that circle.
Security footage from an industrial facility in an undisclosed location showed a truck parked near the gates late at night, its lights blinking intermittently. Two men were clearly standing just outside the gate, visible, not just when the lights were on, but also as clear outlines in the darkness between flashes. When the driver of the truck got out and walked toward the entrance, switching on the truck's headlights as he approached, both men were gone. The nearest road was several kilometers away. The facility was surrounded by flat, open ground with no cover. There was nowhere to go in the time between the light coming on and the driver reaching the gate. Nowhere human, anyway. Store shadow.
Now, what do you think about that?
Time to walk
Because I've seen that
That
video
one before, and that's another one. If he was alone, like we don't know the context because light does funny things. So was that him and his? Was he alone when he got out of the truck? Was there somebody with him? Could that have been their shadow, depending on the light? I don't know. But if it wasn't, if he was alone and there's obviously two shadows there, then I could believe that's real.
Yeah, and Diane, we were thinking about you. We were wondering, are you doing a little better now? We hope you are. Little Patty said, looks real, looks like a naked woman.
That was the last one she was talking about in the stadium.
Oh,
yeah.
my bad.
Near the gates late at night, its lights blinking intermittently. Two men were clearly standing just outside the gate, visible, not just when the lights were on, but also as clear outlines in the darkness between flashes. When the driver of the truck got out and walked toward the entrance, switching on the truck's headlights as he approached, both men were gone. The nearest road was several kilometers away. The facility was surrounded by.
It was only one guy that got in the car. He turned, yeah. So I could believe that. That's what do they call it when they're not interactive? It's just
It's on the tip of my tongue. Residual.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just residual energy of two people standing there.
Right, because they're gonna appear and reappear whether you're there or not.
Yeah, whatever's going on. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Flat, open ground with no cover. There was nowhere to go in the time between the light coming on and the driver reaching the gate. Nowhere human, anyway.
Yeah, but it's still there.
Store shadow. A woman working as a security guard noticed something moving in the shop during a routine review of the overnight footage. A dark shape, clearly humanoid, clearly moving with some kind of purpose, passed directly in front of the camera lens, close enough that it momentarily blocked the view. It walked through the frame and continued deeper into the store, where the cameras lost it. The shop had been locked and alarmed overnight. Shadow people, in the accounts of people who study them, seem drawn to certain locations, buildings with heavy emotional histories, places where loss or fear or obsession has soaked into the structure over time. Upside down.
I could believe that one.
Yeah, that one too. Very believable. Just a spirit minding their business. Because we gotta understand too, like especially residual, they don't know that's a store. They could be reliving something that happened to them when that was somebody's house, you know? So
right, which means it comes back to being residual then. It's gonna keep doing what it's doing, whether you're there or not, because it's busy. You know. So yeah. So
An Arab man heard noise coming from inside the room adjacent to his shuffling, something dragging. Sounds that didn't have an obvious source. He opened the door to investigate. Near the far corner, something was looking at him. Its head was upside down, and it was peering around the corner of the wall, back and forth, watching him in this impossibly inverted posture. He stood in the doorway, unable to move. Then it stopped and vanished.
That's a mask.
I was gonna say, because
Checked
it
the
looks
room
like it has
thoroughly.
two sets of
Nothing.
eyes.
In Arabic folklore,
It's a mask because if you see the shining on its forehead, you know how those old plastic whatever
Yeah,
ma-
that's true.
old fashioned masks they used to have.
Yep, and that's another. Either it's the guy faked it, or this is a psychopath. Because does he speak? Go back.
Yeah, and not only that, how is he hanging upside down like that?
He's not hanging upside down. He's laying.
I think that's the second floor, like it's like a cutout in the ceiling, maybe.
Let me back it up some.
Like
he checked the room
over the stairwell through the thing.
through the frame and continued deeper into the store, where the cameras lost it. The shop had been locked and alarmed overnight. Shadow people, in the accounts of people who study them, seem drawn to certain locations, buildings with heavy emotional histories, places where loss or fear or obsession has soaked into the structure over time. Upside down. An Arab man heard noise coming from inside the room adjacent to his shuffling, something dragging. Sounds that didn't have an obvious source. He opened the door to investigate. Near the far corner, something was looking at him. Its head was upside down, and it was peering around the corner of the wall, back and forth, watching him in this impossibly inverted posture. He stood in the doorway, unable to move. Then it stopped and vanished.
No. It's
He
hot.
checked the room thoroughly.
Either
Nothing.
a person
In Arabic folklore,
The person.
or it's
Yes.
either a crazy person who got into his space and again called the police, or they faked it.
Right. But then I'm still wondering, how did he get himself upside down? Spirit Stalker said 4 eyes.
Yeah, doesn't it look like he has 4 eyes?
It does. Now that you mention it, unless he got some
That's the
he's
big
got some
thing.
Italian in him. Arab with Italian mix. Mamma mia.
Yeah, fake, Patty. Very fake.
Yeah, that's
I
fake.
never heard no spirit talk to you like that. Now let's get a grip.
jinn are beings capable of physical contortion far beyond human limits, appearing in forms designed specifically to disorient and frighten. This fits almost exactly.
See how
Yeah, so how did he hang upside down like that?
He was on the ceiling.
He checked the room thoroughly. Nothing. In Arabic folklore, jinn are beings capable of physical contortion far beyond human limits, appearing
it's fake.
You're capable.
Listen, all you had to do was put a ladder on the other side of that doorway. That guy's gonna climb up, stick his head sideways,
And then
and
move.
do this shit, whatever he did, and they have a viral video. Yep, fake.
in forms designed specifically to disorient and frighten. This fits almost exactly.
What do y'all think in the chat? Real or fake? Little Patty said mannequin head. Tina, how are you doing? So glad you came in. Yvonne says mask.
Yeah, it's a mask.
Ah.
Staircase abduction. This one has circulated online for years with no resolution. The story that accompanied it claimed that a woman in Lima, Peru, disappeared in 2003 under circumstances that were never explained. Then, years later, this clip surfaced allegedly recovered footage from the building she was last seen in. It shows her moving up a stairwell, and behind her, gaining ground quickly, a shadowy figure pursues her up the stairs. The footage ends before it reaches her. Nobody has confirmed whether the woman in the clip is the missing person. Nobody has explained what's behind her. Shadow entities attaching themselves to specific individuals, following them, closing in over time is a pattern that appears consistently in paranormal accounts from cultures with no contact with each other. Whatever the truth of this particular clip, the pattern it follows is a familiar one. Phantom car.
So those kinds of shadows on walls, if it's not a certain play on light, depending on, because we can't see the whole building and what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, then I could believe it's a spirit, because that is kind of how spirits are, right? They're translucent kind of shadows that walking around,
Right.
So that's believable. All that other story about the woman missing, it doesn't look like the shadow did anything to the woman.
Yvonne says real.
Yeah.
Ina says fake. Jen is real. I'm fake. Tony says,
Yeah. I'll see you guys.
Street surveillance footage captured a dark humanoid shape standing in the middle of a road just as a car came through. The car drove directly through it. The driver apparently noticed something because the car slowed and eventually stopped a short distance away. The driver got out and looked back at the spot. Nothing was there. Residual hauntings, the theory that a figure is essentially a recording of a person, replayed on a loop in a location where something significant happened, would explain the lack of reaction. This figure was...
I can say
believe
it's
that
real because when I was 4, that was what happened to me when I was 14. I thought my mom hit a guy on a bike, and he wasn't there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That was like somebody told me they were like, I think it was my best friend told me, like, she was driving, her mother was driving, she was younger, and she looked to the side, and following on the side of the highway, running was like a horse or some kind of animal. She was young, and she was like, but I just knew it wasn't really there, like,
right.
I knew there wasn't a horse on the highway with us, but she could see it running along the side of the highway. So yeah, those things I could believe.
Wasn't interacting with the present. It was somewhere else entirely, going through the same motions for reasons no living person can know anymore. Goat legs. A man stepped outside for some fresh air and instead got one of the worst jump scares of his adult life. From the darkness at the edge of the visible area, a figure emerged, and it was only when it moved into clearer view that the full picture registered. The upper body looked humanoid. The lower body did not. From the hips down, it had the hindquarters and legs of a goat. It moved in a jerky, irregular pattern, as if it couldn't decide whether to approach or retreat, before vanishing back into the dark. In classical mythology, the satyr is exactly this half-human, half-goat, a being of the wild places that appears at the boundary between the inhabited world and the forest.
That's another costume, I think.
Yeah, that's a costume. I agree with you on that. That's a costume.
Mummy clerk.
Oh.
A woman was closing up her market stall for the evening. She was calm, focused, clearly just trying to get through the end of her working day. What she apparently
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Notice, and what the camera captured perfectly, was the figure standing directly in front of her stall. It was dressed in ragged material, hair hanging in matted sheets over its shoulders, its posture too rigid, too still to be a living person. It looked, as viewers immediately noted, like a mummy. Whether she couldn't see it, whether it only existed on camera, or whether she made a deliberate choice not to look directly at it, has never been answered. Paranormal.
Now, you could not stand there doing your thing unless you didn't see it. Now, if she didn't see it and the camera picked it up, it's believable.
Right.
If she, like, we'd have to get her side. If she saw it and didn't acknowledge it, that's because they faked it. So,
hello, Regina. How you doing? Mother the Raven said, Munn and Raymond said a mate was traveling with his brother at night. He saw a motorbike pass through the car. His brother saw nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. See, and like Jen said, she had that experience before. I remember Jen telling me about it.
My mom could tell you about it.
So, yeah, those things can happen. Residual.
Roommate. A lone French woman started sharing a series of clips on her TikTok at Dark Cha, showing numerous different cases of paranormal activity in her apartment. It first started from some of the toy dolls that started to flinch on their own often,
Croiser la vieille. C'est quoi? C'est quoi?
to a toy that would go on even when turned off.
Tout en haut de l'étagère là-bas. Et il ne marche plus.
Reportedly, late at night, it appeared in the form of black smoke, really terrifying moments in the middle of the night, closing in on her.
House is like that. Why are you still there?
However, it disappeared as she turned on the lights. It didn't just stay in the hallway, but even started to show its appearance in the bathroom. Creepy grandma's place.
Now, I've seen those videos on TikTok of hers.
I think that's just too much.
Yeah,
That has to be fake.
They're
One
going-
thing, okay, the toy going off. I've taken the batteries out of some things, and still they sometimes would make noise. I never once thought they were haunted. I thought there was something wrong with the mechanics inside of it.
right.
So I don't know about the toy part, but that smoke, that just looked fake.
Yeah, yeah.
A fogger, one of those fogger
But
things.
this next one though, I've seen this video, and yeah, this I'll let you see it.
Staying at Grandma's house for the night, this fella started to notice terrifying events that started to leave him spooked. Just as he was about to take a break from gaming, noticed his grandma that suddenly appeared out of nowhere and was standing idly for quite some time. Secondly, the vacuum device wasn't moving for quite a while, which, according to him, only happens if someone is standing in front of it. A minute later, a mini angel statue randomly fell by itself, which convinced him that his grandma's place was indeed haunted. Paranormal push.
There's more to that video. I wish you would have showed more. I'm not gonna tell it because if I ever see that video again, I'm gonna play it to its entirety.
Yeah,
It's a
I
trip.
mean,
She might be sleepwalking.
the mother was the grandmother was alive,
Yeah,
so
the
she could
grandmother
have
was
been
alive.
sleepwalking, but
Right.
the thing falling off the shelf and the dog barking makes me think something else is going on.
Yeah, that's why I said there's more to that video. I'm gonna try to find that video and play it in its entirety. It's a trip. Regina said not feeling good and might be getting kicked out of the trailer park where I live. I'm praying that you don't. I really hope you don't. We will send prayers your way. Munnen said, let me scroll back. Munnen said, hi, Regina. She also said the doll, if you tilt it, the eyelids closed. Yeah, you're right. I mean, those to me, it's just those. Remember those dolls? Do they still make them like that, where the eyes move, the eyelids move, and all that?
Yeah, they still make them like that.
You know, so that's what I think that was. That's what I think. But
Cynthia, a middle-aged woman troubled by strange activity in her home, contacted a team of paranormal investigators after claiming she had once been pushed down a staircase by an unseen force.
Hello? Is anyone here? Is the spirit here that pushed me down the stairs?
Hoping to gather evidence, the team recreated the circumstances by having Cynthia stand near the same staircase
I wish I could know why you pushed me down the stairs.
while monitoring the area with specialized equipment. Moments later, one of the devices reportedly detected unusual activity behind her. According to the investigators, the readings suggested the presence of an entity attempting to make contact. Although no major incident occurred this time, the team believed the equipment had captured evidence supporting Cynthia's claims.
that's this is Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, and I don't believe them.
Yeah, so you take it for a grain of salt when it comes.
Yeah, Yeah, anybody who says they're ghost hunters and always goes screaming out of the place is just weird to me.
Yeah.
Always possessed.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
That's
never
very
seen somebody
rare.
that can get possessed as many times as back Zagans.
Yeah.
Knowing that.
Actually, there is a figure standing behind her, tapping her on the shoulder.
Mysterious boxing man. This is not a scene from a movie or a pre-recorded clip, but real footage captured on the streets of Detroit by a bystander. A passerby reportedly filmed a man shadowboxing in the middle of a heavy downpour. Completely focused despite the heavy rain around him. The individual moves with controlled precision as though training or practicing.
This is AI. I can tell it's AI.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just thought it was a person. And if you're training like for the military or something, maybe he's training and he doesn't care that it's raining, because when you're in the military,
Right, it's the way his movement is when he was backing up. That's not natural.
It's AI because he's
And-
on water and there's
Right.
no splashing, no
And it's,
nothing.
right, he's
oh,
on.
that's true. There is no
Right, and
splashing
there's
in
no
the.
splashing.
Rather than reacting to the heavy rain. The striking visuals quickly drew attention
not
after the
splashing.
video circulated online, with many viewers describing it as cinematic. No background information was provided about the man or his actions, and he remains unidentified in the footage.
That's because he wasn't real.
Yeah, that's true.
It's look how he's floating on the water. There's no shadow behind him. Like
Yeah.
he's just floating. Like
Patty said, Rocky's ghost. Gonna fly now. Mother said, thank God she stood near the stairs and they didn't push her down them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they.
Possessed student. This strange incident unfolded near the entrance of a university in Manila, Philippines, when a student handing out admission flyers suddenly began acting in a manner that alarmed those nearby. Security personnel, assisted by several students, stepped in after concerns grew over his behavior and attempted to keep the situation under control. As the commotion continued, calls were made for additional assistance. A church volunteer eventually arrived and offered support. By that point, the student had collapsed and become unresponsive. After a brief prayer, arrangements were made to get him medical attention. According to later reports, he recovered within a few days and suffered no lasting health effects.
I don't know. That could have been they were having a medical emergency. The fact that they got a priest and not an ambulance right away is
Right.
crazy to me. But in the Philippines, they really do take spirit activity very seriously, and to them, everything is spirit activity. So it's the culture, but that person was probably having a medical episode and should have been taken right away to the emergency room.
Yeah, and not by a priest.
Yeah, but you know.
Hostile terror. A newly enrolled student in Mumbai reportedly chose a boys' hostel known locally for rumors of it being haunted, mainly due to its lower cost. Security cameras later recorded him arriving at the building and making his way through the quiet corridors late at night. As he explored the property, he reportedly began hearing unusual sounds and grew increasingly uncomfortable with the atmosphere inside. After spending only a short period in the hostel, he decided not to stay any longer and headed back toward the exit. The footage eventually spread online, fueling discussion about the hostel's reputation, though no clear explanation for the student's reaction was ever confirmed. Figure in white.
I don't know. That's
University
another
students
thing.
living in an apartment.
Just for, you know, the film of it all. So I don't believe that.
Yeah, just for views.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
Near their campus reportedly witnessed a strange event while looking toward a nearby cemetery.
I've been recording the whole time. Yo, me and Eon seen this walking through the cemetery.
During the evening, They noticed a woman dressed entirely in white, moving among the graves in an unusual manner. According to the witnesses, she wandered between headstones, repeatedly bending down to touch or gather grass and flowers before moving on to another spot.
What's she doing? Why she touching other people's graves? Yo, she just...
Her actions appeared repetitive and oddly deliberate, which quickly drew the students' attention. When they attempted to call out to her, she reportedly showed no reaction.
Hey, what you doing, girl?
The unexplained behavior left the group unsettled and sparked speculation about what they had observed. Divine appearance.
That was not enough to convince me. That's just a person walking through a cemetery.
Yeah, I mean, another one where, you know, a dementia patient would probably not answer them and do those kind of actions.
Well,
you
look
know,
how far
so,
away they were, though, too.
Yeah.
so you know, I think it could have been a woman with dementia or, you know.
Right.
Bonus.
Following a funeral held in a small town in Indonesia on February 22, residents were surprised by something unusual discovered in video footage from the burial. While reviewing the recording, one person noticed what appeared to be a bright, human-shaped figure positioned near a recently filled grave. The silhouette remained visible for several moments and seemed separate from the...
All right. I already know what why the person is white. This is a light back here that's on them. That is a light.
Mourners gathered at the service. According to those present, nobody recalled seeing anything unusual during the ceremony itself. The strange image quickly sparked discussion among locals, with theories ranging from a camera anomaly to a possible supernatural presence, though no definitive explanation was ever found.
Until now.
There's a camera.
Well, even if it was a light that guy's holding and whatever, that is so bright. That is, I mean, not to say that it's real, but that's just, and why isn't anybody else lit up in some kind of manner? Like that guy who bends down near it, then he would light up of some kind of sort. So I don't know.
There was one guy that was lit up. He's standing right over here, sitting right over here.
Definitive explanation was ever found.
Ah, you mother. One more.
It's an alien.
Was ever found.
He's sitting right over here. Right there. And you can see he's lit a little bit.
Yeah, but he's not glowing like the other guy. I don't know. So strange. It could be fake.
It depends on how many bottles he had.
Yeah.
After that, he'll be pretty much lit.
Moving chair. Just as this man was focused on finishing up a project with his pet cat sitting next to him, the chair suddenly moved all on its own, leaving them both shaken up.
It's the robot.
Of course it moved.
Oh, yeah.
What is wrong with these people?
What had been a quiet working evening quickly turned unsettling when a nearby chair shifted abruptly without any visible cause or physical contact. Both the man and his cat reacted instantly, startled by the unexpected movement happening right in front of them.
It's right there.
Yeah, the stupid robo vacuum's under it. Of course it's gonna move it. What the hell kind of stupid shit is this? Nobody noticed that? Oh, come on.
The cat became alert and visibly tense, mirroring its owner's reaction, which added to the confusion of the moment. The brief incident was later shared online, where viewers debated possible explanations ranging from minor disturbances to something more unusual.
Well, believe me,
unusual.
They all said, "Oh,
vacuum underneath it."
Yeah, but I never I thought this was a joke.
Elmo balloon.
Now this one though is interesting. I've seen this whole video.
Oh, this one's crazy.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw the whole video. Yep.
For those that didn't see it, check this out.
On the 20th of February, 2025, a mother noticed her little one's Elmo balloon doing something that alarmed her enough to start recording, hoping to capture it happening again on camera. It did. The balloon moved with purpose, coming to a sudden halt near the basement door in a way that no air current or static could satisfactorily explain. The activity continued for several days, noticed and filmed separately by her husband as well. Whether the balloon was responding to something near that basement door, or simply behaving in a way that physics could eventually account for, the household never arrived at a conclusion that fully settled the matter.
Yeah.
Or visible
Something moved up the stairs. It moved it all around the house. It like how it turned corners. Like wind doesn't normally have a balloon turn a corner, go down, turn a corner.
string attached to it.
Right. You know what?
Yeah.
But right there. Because I don't want to hold y'all up. I know it's getting late. And it's going on 10 o'clock where you are in the east.
11.
11 here.
11. I forgot my computer was off by. Okay, going 11. Yee. You know what? I'm gonna stay a little bit longer because it's 10:15, 10:13.
Yeah.
Let's go to 10:30 or
I'm
11:30.
going, my back hurts.
Well, you go to bed.
I gotta go to bed. My
I'm gonna
back is
go
killing me.
do a couple more until 11:30, which is 10:30 our time.
Yep.
And so let me go back to sharing this again.
I'll go up and lay down and then.
Have a good night, Jen.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
She is going to sleep because she has to, because Manny gets up early.
4:41 a.m. Yes, Raven.
Oh, is that what it is? That's what time it is there? Raven? Wow. You know what? I shared the wrong screen, didn't I?
Yeah. I don't want to keep looking at myself.
I just realized I did that. My bad. There we go. Now I got the right one. Okay. So now we're gonna go back, do a couple more, and then we'll call it a day.
Factory window. A night watchman who was working at a factory shared footage after repeatedly noticing something during his breaks that he could not account for. Looking toward the window on the second floor, he saw something watching him from the other side of the glass, yet the second floor had nothing outside it for anyone to stand on. Whatever was looking in at him from that window was not standing on anything. He captured it on camera and shared it, noting that strange things occurred at the factory every single night he worked there. The footage shows enough to confirm that something was visible through that second floor glass when nothing should have been able to get there. Shadow spirit.
That's another one that's probably residual, that probably maybe the building extended or something was there beforehand. You know, there was another building there that had a floor there and that person's just going around their business. I could believe that one.
Yeah, I could believe that one too.
Concerned neighbors who noticed repeated movement inside a house whose owner was supposed to be away on vacation decided to investigate. What the woman saw were patches of shadow appearing in both her peripheral and direct line of sight, shadow entities that moved through the space with enough presence to be unmistakable. Such entities are considered in many paranormal traditions to be among the more serious manifestations, sometimes linked to a demonic presence rather than the residual energy of someone who has simply passed. Whatever was moving through that vacant house while its owner was away was not simply waiting for them to return. Picky ghost.
But you see how it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Still, again, I think it's a residual.
Yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
I've seen the whole video of that, and I think that is residual.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A young woman with the TikTok profile at PeachAssassin99 began documenting paranormal activity in her old family home after
I've seen all her videos. She's somewhere here in Texas, and I'm hoping I can find her. And this is legit. This chick is legit.
installing CCTV cameras to investigate what she had been sensing. Rather than capturing footage of a figure or apparition, the camera captured the ghost acting directly on her, pulling her hair, throwing items around the apartment, and on one occasion, randomly started ringing the doorbell.
Don't make me think about numbers again. A parade
The activity, she noted, occurred exclusively when she was alone or accompanied only by her pet. Whatever had taken up residence in that family home appeared to have a specific and personal interest in her, rather than the space itself.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. I mean, it pulled her hair. I've actually seen our friend Pammy Clyde sent me a video. She took the video of her hair and like something was lifting her hair, like it happened.
Yeah, so that's why I said I could believe that.
Troubled cat. Another lone homeowner who discovered paranormal activity at his property began noticing a significant change in the behavior of his cat, Kari. Once affectionate and playful, she turned silent and distant and refused to go downstairs entirely.
Right, so a few hours have passed and my cat's still acting strange. Getting a really creepy vibe now in this house.
After installing a camera, he confirmed that activity was unfolding late at night in ways the footage documented clearly. Things settled for a month or two before the disturbances began again. Kari's refusal to return downstairs remained unchanged throughout, suggesting that whatever the camera was picking up after dark, the cat had already decided she wanted nothing to do with it, long before the footage confirmed it was there.
Yeah, and that's something I can believe too. And pets pick it up. And did you see how when he was filming the pet, there was a little orb there?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I could say that it may be a child spirit and just annoyed the cat enough for the cat to be like, screw you.
Right. And which is the same with this next video, because I've actually seen this whole video too.
Haunted daycare.
So, my mom runs a daycare, as you probably guessed. I wasn't home, I was out doing groceries, so I actually didn't see it in person. Okay, I came home and my mom showed me the video and I was like, oh my god.
Working at her mother's daycare, a young woman with a profile at Pokitequeen began noticing ghost-like activity occurring in the building whenever she was distracted or out of direct line of sight. She initially suspected one of the little ones before installing a camera to determine the truth. Footage dated the 11th of September, 2025, captured the activity clearly, with no little one in frame, yet multiple incidents occurring in sequence. Whatever was active in that daycare appeared to be timing its movements around her attention, making itself known specifically in the moments she wasn't looking directly at the space it occupied.
Were you in there? Were you in there? No.
Yeah, see, that stuff was happening with the kid, around the kids. So I'm thinking that is the spirit of a child.
I don't know, because that was a lot of force to knock down that house. I have tons of little spirits hanging around here. And they are most certainly not doing any of that. You know, my grandson's been here, and a few times he said to me, oh, look, ghost, boo. And I'm like, well, what ghost is it? So one time he told me it was a girl. The next time he told me it was a boy. I go, oh, it's probably Billy. Say hello. You know, because I don't make a big deal out of these things because I know they're here. And the little one is not afraid of them. I guess he sees them and he's not afraid of them. So, you know. But they wouldn't touch him or anything. Like he might catch them in his peripheral, or he told me they were standing outside the door. So literally they were just looking in the room, probably waiting for him to go to sleep. So he wasn't scared. Like they wouldn't touch him. So the fact that they knocked down that house with a kid in it, I think it's an adult, like a messed up adult.
You could be right.
Spirit doing that, you know?
Right. But whatever it is that's doing it, I think it's also, I want to say it's borderline of residual and not residual because the kid's being there.
Yeah.
Because when it's residual, it doesn't matter if you're there or not. It's going to do what it's doing. And then the reason why I called it borderline, because it knocked that house over. So it's meaning, again, it still could be residual. But
it could be if that she could show us footage, like if she keeps running the footage and at night it happens when the children aren't there, then I'm going to say it's a residual stuff going on. But if it just happens when the children are there, it's something not nice bothering those children.
Right.
Deceased Brazilian woman. In 2025, a security camera in Brazil recorded a woman walking and behaving strangely at a location more than 7 hours by road from a remote forest. The footage was captured approximately 1 hour before she was found to have passed away in that forest under circumstances that have never been explained, with no known cause of passing and no clear account of how she came to be there. How a woman recorded on a surveillance camera in one location could appear having passed away in another location 7 hours away, only 60 minutes later, has not been answered by any investigation conducted since the footage surfaced. The case remains open and unresolved.
Again, to me, this is just a case of bad drugs.
Well, I don't know. They said 7 hours. They found her at, so what that was time stamped, right? So that lady was standing there. 60 minutes later, they found her dead body 7 hours away. Unless she was transported by aliens, I don't know how that could be possible.
I mean,
so
you could
that
be
might have been her residual spirit not realizing she was dead and just following the same way she would normally follow.
right.
You know?
Manan, have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. We love you, and we hope to see you again soon. And little Patty said, "No shoes."
Mm-hmm.
I thought she had shoes on. Maybe she.
I thought she had pink, like little sneakers or something. Maybe they were socks. I don't know.
I thought they were like sandals. You know, but
Supermarket apparition. A security guard working the night shift at an old supermarket in Mexico had heard the rumors circulating among staff that the shadow of a little girl sometimes appeared inside the store late at night. He didn't take it seriously until faint screaming came from inside the empty building. He went in with his phone recording. As he moved through the aisles, products on the shelves began shaking without cause. He ran out without looking back. The following day, he quit and never returned. Whatever was in that supermarket after hours had been patient enough to wait until someone finally came in alone to investigate. Shed watcher.
Now, that yelling did not sound like a little kid.
no,
You know.
no.
So a little kid spirit. So that was obviously a pissed off spirit.
Right. Yeah, because that's not no little kid.
No.
Not by a long shot.
So I don't know. That one could have been fake, you know.
Yep.
It was like banging outside, but my neighbors with us or something.
A group who had been dealing with noise complaints from neighbors decided to start recording to prove their music wasn't the source of the banging. But when someone went outside to check, what they found behind the shed was not a neighbor. A strange figure was watching from behind the structure, visible enough to register on camera and alarming enough for the person filming to cut the footage abruptly. What happened after the camera stopped has never been shared. Whatever was watching from behind that shed that night was not there to complain about noise. Traumatizing ghost.
Yeah, so that was somebody again being stalked, and I hope what he did was run inside and call the police.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
This happened on 15th January 2026, when a woman returned home to find her husband sitting in his truck in the driveway, refusing to go back inside. Electronics had been turning on by themselves. He had heard 3 distinct knocks. And the cats were behaving strangely. Unable to get clear answers about what had happened while she was out, she decided to use white sage to address whatever paranormal entity had been terrorizing them both. The footage shared across multiple uploads documented a household that had been pushed to the point where the husband found the truck safer than his own home, and the activity that drove him there remained unexplained. Bedroom ghost.
I could believe that. They picked something up and it's just like annoying the shit out of them, and she's gonna need more than sage.
Yeah, she's gonna
need
need
a
therapy.
blessing and a whole bunch of stuff. Yep. They need a full house cleaning.
They sure do. And then she's gonna need therapy afterwards.
Footage from an unknown location posted on the 8th of March, 2018, shows a young woman sleeping soundly in her bedroom when the door slowly creaks open on its own, and crashing and banging begin waking her abruptly and sending her running from the room in fright. She eventually returns to bed. The activity starts again. Whether a genuine haunting or an elaborate setup has been debated since the clip first circulated, but the quality and continuity of what the CCTV captures across both disturbances have kept the footage circulating long after the initial question was first raised. The answer has never been definitively confirmed either way.
Well,
I think this is real.
I mean, I don't know, like, because I don't know what kind of camera she has, but she obviously has one of those IRs. I did see an orb, but was that a bug? We don't know because, you know, I'm not there. You know,
The other reason I was going to say it's real because this blue marking up here, this is actually Daily Mail. Daily Mail always posts, only if it's to them, real paranormal videos.
Yeah.
And this was one of those. That's how I know that this is Daily Mail. And that's who posted this, even though he's not showing it. But yeah, I mean, to me, this is real because how the door opened, the blanket came down. I was looking every time I seen the original video, I kept playing it back to see if I could see any kind of string or something pulling the blanket. You can't. You can't see no string. The blanket on the edges stays in place.
Yeah.
Only the top comes down.
And the fact when she woke, like she was awakened, and that orb, you could see the orb going away from her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Flying stove. A man cleaning his kitchen on a quiet afternoon, only weeks after his grandmother had passed away, experienced something he has not been able to watch back without being shaken. A shadow passed through the window, and then the stove rose from the floor, shook aggressively, and crashed down on its own. Nothing else moved. No one else was home. His aunt, who shared the footage, confirmed it was taken at the family house and that the man was alone at the time. Whatever passed through that window that afternoon did not leave quietly. He is still visibly disturbed by the footage years later.
Wow. And then this is going to be our last one, and I've seen this one before. Now, what's your take on this?
Caterer ambushed. This woman, who had stayed back late to clean up after work, was finally resting when a ghostly entity made its presence known in the most direct way possible, targeting her personally while simultaneously throwing objects around the space. The CCTV camera running throughout the incident captured the entire encounter, documenting both the physical activity around her and the moment the entity turned its attention directly toward her. The footage has circulated as one of the more aggressive documented paranormal encounters in a workplace setting, where the entity appeared unbothered by the presence of the camera or the woman's obvious terror. Well, Demon?
I don't know. The chair can move. That looked paranormal. All that other stuff, she threw herself on the floor. I mean, because she got scared. So it wasn't like the entity pushed her. I think they made that out to be way too much. I mean, the chair moved and she got so scared she threw herself on the floor.
Yeah.
So let's not say that the spirits were pushing her or anything like that. The spirit was moving around the chairs. Again, something that could be residual. They could have worked there, you know, because it was a catering hall, and they passed, and they're just going about doing their job. And this lady got so scared she threw herself on the floor. So, I mean,
I agree.
you know, I could believe that the chair moved, but her throwing herself on the floor had nothing to do with the spirit. And the spirit, if it was residual, does not know that she was there throwing herself on the floor, okay?
Right. So, yeah, what do y'all think? I'm hoping you had a great night tonight. That's going to be it for us right now. Make sure you go by and check out Christina. Now, she just uploaded one today also, Sinister Sunday. So go by, check out Christina, check out her channel if you haven't, and check out her Sinister Sunday. Also check her out during the week. When are you going to be coming back on?
Friday, I put out, I haven't had time with my grandson here to do the Friday night scary story, but I did go to the aquarium and in Brooklyn and to Coney Island. And so I showed footage of that on Friday. So if you guys are interested in seeing the Coney Island kind of the vibe and the aquarium that I filmed, you can go by and check that out.
But anyways,
I am sorry, guys.
never mind. I knew you was back there, just having fun with you. But I'd like you guys so much for being here. Little Patty, hooking up, Tina, Little Patty, Mother the Raven, if you're still here, Yvonne, if you're still here, who did I miss? I missed a lot.
Diane was here.
Diane was here.
Diane, Regina.
Those that are lurking, we love you, and we thank you so much. Fancy, Reverend Potty Mouth, Michael, we love you guys. We thank you all so much. Next week, we're going to get back into some music. And then the week after next, we're going to go back to this video and watch what we missed.
There you go.
So,
thank you for having me, Tony. Have a good night.
Thank you for being here. And thank you guys. We love you guys. We love you so much. Patty, we love you. You guys are awesome. And until next time, you guys stay blessed. Have a great night, morning, afternoon, whichever it is, where you are in your neck of the woods. Good night, Christina.
Good night.
Good night, John Boy.
Have a good night, everybody.